Hello, what's up, Survive? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a update slash hopefully installing a set of those rubbish coilovers on the good old drift pig. But before installing coilovers, I would like to do a bit of an update on the old car because a lot has happened since you've seen the car last. It's been to Goldstone twice. It was there for drifting, just for practice. My first time ever driving on pavement. I was going to make a full video about it, but I kind of just forgot the idea, didn't do it because it was just me learning and figuring out how to do everything. The footage isn't very good. So, yeah. And then the second time I went to Goldstone was the Goldstone King of the Cone in aid of, who was it? It was some charity organization or charity thing. I think, was it Tik Tok? I think it was Tik Tok. As you can see, it was Tik Tok, and there was €1,200 raised on the day of the diff day. And the car did well. The only problems when we were at the track the first time, it wasn't really second time because I had to take breaks in between. But if the car was at operating temperature and was too warm, the car would just cut out and just not start again. And then you let it cool off and then start again. I don't know what that problem is. If anyone knows the problem, please tell me. I don't know. But yeah, I want to start working on the car again. And there's stuff that I want to do to the car. Since we are now in the, as you can see, I've got the thick coat on, coat and zippy, and the long sleeve top, so you know it's cold out. And we're now back in the winters and November season, the off season, if you will. So I want to try and get the car situated before we get back onto the track. Yeah. So you figure that out. And I want to obviously install the coilovers, and there's a couple other small things I want to do that I'll run through in this video. But yeah, without further ado, let me show you where the car is at the moment and explain a few things. Explain myself, basically. Yes, if you cannot tell, it's on jack stands. And you're probably sitting behind your computer screen or phone screen or whatever, wondering why. Well, basically, long story short, I bought, actually I'll show you. Probably should have showed you what's in the shed already. But I bought a kit, an angle kit. This is said angle kit. There it is. Basically, it sits on top of the. Here, I'll just show you actually instead of trying to explain it. Basically, it sits here, and then brings the just basically makes your steering rack mount here instead of over here. It does give the car more angle, but it gave the car too much angle, and it was rubbing on the inside of the control arm and the outside of the control arm. But the problem is that I cut up the inner and outer tie rod. I don't know if this is actually a name for it, that's what I'm calling them. So this little guy and this little guy, I cut both of those up, so it wouldn't really work. This one I'm going to try and use again when I cut it. Actually, I'll get the other one. But I do have a spare steering rack. It's just that the outer tie rods, this guy, was cut up on it. So if you can, so this is the one that I cut up that was originally on the car. Let's try and make the angle kit work. So if I'll come over here, show you. Obviously, one's left and one's right. But as you can see, there's a bit missing. So just to shorten it to make it work. So basically I'm trying to return it to stock right now. So I'm in the process of trying to take the inner tie rod off of what's left of this on the other piece. And then I want to put this all back together and then I'm going to start lowering this car, or lowering it, because as I've shown you in the past, or as you probably see in the background, I do have a full set of lowering springs. So they have been used before me. But these were used. I used the rears. So these are like the rear springs, and then you have your shocks as well, which are over here. I'd used those previously on the Navy BMW, which I actually have the license plate of. That car is gone now, sadly. Big sad. And I do with the front ones. So I want to fully lower the car because I've never had a fully low car, and I think it would look sick. I have the big Style 5s. I think they're called Style 5s off the green BMW that I'm going to be also keeping, or not, well, using for now. I want to clean them though, because they are dirty. Because basically, well, the last time I did anything with this car, I didn't make a video of it, but I had a lot of some of my really good mates out, and I'll throw a couple clips in here.
Song got much of last night.
So yeah, and the car hasn't really been touched since then. Like, it's still really muddy, and the inside is filled with grass. Kind of annoying, but is what it is. Yeah. So she needs a bit of love. She does need a bit of love. But yeah, that's basically where she's at right now. I did actually... Oh, I want to fix the hydro, because the hydro still doesn't work. I need to fix that. I don't know what the problem is. I'm probably just going to buy a master cylinder and make rerouting the pipes properly. Also, this is really cool. I got two of my good mates to draw. One of them's really good with art. You can see I got her to sign her name there, Kathy. She basically wrote Drift Pig on it, and I think it looks fucking sick because obviously this is the Drift Pig, and you know I wouldn't be able to do that nicely. Really cartoony. And then this was Noah, another one of good mates, just rose initials because I said to them, look, paint what you want on them. They're two really good mates. And then I did little smiley face over here because it just looks bare, and it's a drift car, so gotta put something under there. But anyways, onto the engine. So I got rid of I took this off because I thought I had to do, there's little swerve flaps in, where would they be? They'd be in here. And what the engine likes to do is suck them in, eat them, and then you have to get a whole new engine, and that's not fun. But somebody had already done that on this car, which was nice. So I basically just cleaned the shit out of it. Cleaned the shit out of this, which made a little EGR valve, and also did a B-Tech EGR delete, which is basically just took this little pipe off here and then put a little 2p coin in here, because this is where all your EG system, because it should give you more power, and try and keep this clean. I power washed the shit out of it. Dirty fucking bastard. Left it soaking in a mixture of petrol and diesel overnight, and there's still shit on there, but it's a lot better than it was. So, and the thing runs really well now. I'm very happy with it. I don't think there's anything I need to do under here, but the next big step is obviously lowering the pig, obviously, because she definitely needs it. So hopefully the next time you see me will be in a few days, hopefully maybe tomorrow or the next day, hopefully lowering the car. So until then, I shall see you in a few days. Okay, so it is the next night at the car, and the coilovers are now meeting for the first time. So I have all this nicely patched up here, all nicely together-ish. The alignment is basically the same, so we're just going to roll with it and hope for the best. But yeah, so basically now it's time to put the coilovers into the car. And I don't think any of you guys really want to see me do that, so we'll do... so we'll just do one of these. And she is low. Woohoo! On our fucking hole. Very excited. Look at that. Not getting nothing in there. I know it's not like, obviously, stats kids be like, oh, we need fender to lip, but I like having a practical car that actually drives, so it's sat pretty well for me. Look at that. Love it. We'll do something a bit different. We're going to do a bit of a montage style thing with this lovely beast. I'm going to try anyway, and then that will end out the video. But look at it. Give you one last look at that. It's lovely. So a lot of people are probably questioning what is next for the Drift Pig. Well, basically, there's a list of stuff that needs to get done, such as, actually I'll just go around and show you. So small stuff like the fogs, for some reason they don't work anymore. And I don't know. The bulbs are fine. It could be just something to do with the wiring. The car is low now. As you can see, these are supposed to be my drift spares. But yeah, these wheels are actually too big, or the tires are too big, thick-wise, because these are 225/50 by 16, and then these are, I can't remember, I think they're 205/55s by 16. So the plan is that we're going to put 205s, so 225s, so that I can run those in the front, because I like these more in the front than in the back. So yeah, I mean, there's small stuff like rust and shit, but I couldn't really care like that. Still need to figure out the problem with it dying at Goldstone, or when it's too hot. That's something I need to figure out. Oh, the hydro still doesn't work. So the plan for that is I'm going to buy a new master cylinder, and also I'm going to change up the way that I've routed the brake lines. I think that's really it that I need to do. I want to get, or stuff that I need that I want to buy, or I want to get remapped at some point as well. I want to get a different steering wheel. I do love the steering wheel, but I would love to get like aftermarket steering wheel with like a, or not quick release, but like a short hub or something, race hub, I don't know. But yeah, that's really it, to be honest, with this lovely automobile. So yeah, stay tuned for more on this car as we progress. And I'll talk to you guys all later. So from me and this lovely drift pig, see you all later.